Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's MJ and are you ready for today's video? We are talking about the fourth episode, the fourth of WandaVision, Marvel's TV show. As for every single video that I've done, spoilers. If you haven't watched the new episode of WandaVision, stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing, because if you're watching this video, you're not doing any productive anyway. So stop what you're doing, go watch the episode and come back, because I'm not even gonna tell you what just went down. I'm not gonna tell you. Go watch the episode and then come back to this video, okay? Now, for those of you who have watched the new episode of WandaVision, first of all, what did you think? Leave a comment in the comment section down below, because I need to talk about this with other people and get other people's thoughts, because I was reeling. At the end of the episode, I was literally sitting like this for 10 minutes straight. Let's get into it. I'm going to start with the beginning, as you usually do. This episode opened with a bang, because who let Marvel remind me that the events of Infinity War happened? Why would you remind me that the events of Infinity War happened? Was it not bad enough that you made me cry at a movie for 30 minutes straight? It's the fact that literally the first frame of this episode was Monica Rambeau becoming unsnapped, or as they call it in the MCU, the blip got reversed. We see Monica, she was one of the people who got snapped by Thanos back in Infinity War. She was in a hospital. Now, I've never actually thought about this, but this definitely reinforces the fact that people who got snapped literally do not have any recollection of the fact that they've been gone for 5 years. The people who got blipped, they have literally closed their eyes for about a millisecond and have woken up. So she had no clue what's going on. Which, me too. Honestly, me too. But we get to meet Monica. Her mom is Maria, as we've known, and unfortunately she died about a couple years prior, but Monica doesn't know that because she was snapped. So we find that out, and then we see Monica at Sword headquarters. Her mom was one of the founders, which we love this. This ties it into what we know from Captain Marvel, and obviously also ties into Endgame and Infinity War. So we're just getting all the little tie-ins, which I'm loving so far. So Monica's working with the FBI, who we very, very quickly find out is the Jimmy Woo guy from Ant-Man and the Wasp. He does the card trick that Scott showed him. We get to see a little bit more about what he is investigating, which is the town of Westview. Nobody in the real world seems to remember at all, has no recollection of it ever happening, ever existing. People from the town don't remember that they're from the town. People who have friends or relatives in the town don't remember. And the town is being protected by an energy field. This completely rules out the theory that this is all going on in Wanda's head now, because, I mean, to be fair, we did have an inkling of it back in episode 1 where the camera comes out of the TV and we see that someone's watching it, who, by the way, that someone was Darcy. They brought Darcy back. And she's an astrophysicist. She's Dr. Lewis now. I'm not gonna lie, I shrieked a little bit when I saw that, but we'll get to that later. My main question, I mean, I have a lot of questions, don't get me wrong. We're going to get to all of them by the time I finish this video. But my main question as of this part right now, where we realise that there's an energy field around Westview and that no one remembers the people or the town, who is actually doing that? Because is the energy field some kind of memory blocker? Or did Wanda put up the energy field? Did someone else put up the energy field and put Wanda in it? There are so many questions to do with the existence of this energy field now that we know it's an energy field, and also whether or not who put it up, whether it's be Wanda or someone else, or if someone else did it but Wanda is the reason that it's still up. I don't know. We're back with Darcy and Jimmy in the sword, like little sword base that they have outside of Westview. A bunch of sciencey stuff later that I do not understand in the slightest, and then we get to see that Darcy manages to tap into the radio waves. I don't know how science works, but basically the sitcom that we've been watching for the past 3 episodes is also what Darcy is seeing, which is a bit of a mind-blowing phenomenon right now, because what we're seeing is also what the people in Wild are seeing. So I remember back in the first video I did, I think, one of my questions was, can the people inside the MCU watch WandaVision? The answer to that question past me was yes. Yes, they can see what is happening. Everyone outside of Westview is watching this little sitcom thing, but they're also managing to affect the sitcom in real time, which I'm not quite sure how that works, because they're managing to, later when Darcy gets Jimmy to talk to Wanda through the radio, which we saw back in episode 2, they're managing to affect the sitcom TV show in real time, but the episodes are already broadcasting. I'm not quite sure how that works. The people in the MCU are able to alter it to what we've already seen, but also they're not able to see the full alterations, because when Jimmy is talking to Wanda and asking like who's doing it to her, it's the scene back in episode 2 where Dottie breaks the glass in her hand and her hand bleeds red, but that completely gets cut over, which is really interesting because I'm not quite sure why. And again, I don't know if it's Wanda affecting these things or if something else is and it's connected to Wanda in a certain way. This also brings into question whether or not the people in Westview right now are able to remember their past lives. Because last episode, Agnes and Herb were acting really weird. And definitely Agnes seemed like she knew a lot more than she was letting on, but Herb did as well. But I feel like Agnes may actually know the most out of the people in the town. But I'm not sure if they remember, because Monica also remembered Ultron, and I don't know how much of Monica in the past episodes was acting upon entering the Westview. I don't know how much of it was her acting or her genuinely forgetting. Like, I'm not sure. Do they remember more things the longer that they're inside the town? My main question is to do with Wanda right now after watching this episode is, does she know she's inside an energy field? She kind of quite literally forces Monica out and back into the real world. Or does Wanda know what's happening? Because after she does that, her reality fully shifts for a split second when Vision comes back inside, and then she's looking at him and she's like, hold on a second. Because Vision looks like he's dead. Which begs the question, does Wanda know? Like, is it her brain influencing everything around her? Is someone else influencing everything around her in the images that her brain would want? I don't know how the logistics of this show are working, because a lot of things are happening. And then we get to the end of the episode where Monica basically says that it's all Wanda, Still not quite sure if that's fully true. I feel like for Monica, she thinks that it's all Wanda, but I feel like there could also be another person or being at play. Because whilst Wanda is mad powerful, I don't even know if she knows fully what's going on yet. Like, I'm not sure if she knows what's fully going on, and if she's not, then she's either doing it on a subconscious level or someone else is doing it and she's been caught up in the crossfire. If someone else is doing it to her, or if she's doing it herself, is she going to be the villain in Doctor Strange 2? Is she going to be the villain in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? Because if she is, first of all, I'm definitely here for it. This show is the only reason that I like Wanda right now, because before this I did not like her character. Like, she was okay, I didn't understand why she was an Avenger after Age of Ultron. So I would be really interested to see if she ends up being a villain, because we still have 5 episodes left of this show, and this is going in a direction, and I don't know what direction that is right now. I do not know what is happening. This episode answered a fair amount of questions that have been rattling around in my brain, but at the same time it also poses more questions, which fingers crossed that these questions will be resolved at the end of this season, because if it's not, and we have to wait to get a season 2, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to, because I can barely wait the week to get a new episode, and if we have to wait for a season 2, I do not know what I'm going to be doing in the meantime. Vision seems to not know what's going on, and I don't know if that's because he's dead. Like, I don't quite know how Vision fits into this equation still, because he was dead. If he's not dead now, he was dead before. But also, when he's not around Wanda, and even when he is, like, it doesn't matter whether he's with her or not with her, he seems to be suspicious and also kind of confused. I don't think either of them know that much. But for Wanda, I'm not sure if she's just suppressing the knowledge. But with Vision, I genuinely don't think that he knows what's happening, but he seems to be getting suspicious. But anyway, guys, that will be the end of this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this episode and the show so far. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are you still not knowing what on earth is going on like I am? If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more content, because same time next week is going to be my thoughts on episode 5. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Both will be on screen as well as in the description down below. So I want to have conversations with people on Twitter, please. Because the only conversation that I'm having is with me, myself, and I. If you like this video and want to check out my thoughts on the first 2 episodes of WandaVision, here is my MCU Chats playlist. Check out my channel over here. Until next time, guys. Bye.